Lincoln Tunnel, through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets.
Hello?
Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Can you guys hear me? Hello?
The slot man in motion right. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourself.
Can you guys hear me?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Can you guys hear me?
Mahomes now to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. again on second down. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Hall. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Hello?
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
Yeah, he shouldn't have gotten him. That's my fault.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Hands it off out of the gun. Down to about the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Blake. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
What's going on?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Catch number 44 of on the year. It's a 1st down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Jets at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Slot man moves right. Ball again on 2nd down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Wilson.
He
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And now off to the races to the right side.
I had it, and he just sat there.
It just appeared there that the defense.
I thought he was going to go on field, and he didn't.
And
That's my
fault. They get
fault.
the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive
No,
touchdown.
that's my fault. Thought I had it. Thought he was going to go upfield.
It really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room. It translated into a big play for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. George Karlaftis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's the chance punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from it.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion
for whatever
on 3rd
reason,
and
he
13.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside.
Oh, damn.
Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Moore, the man in motion. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He will push his way down to about the 14. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You can also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. They'll go again with Hall. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now a receiver in motion left. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Running left, it's Hall. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now they send a man in motion right. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Moore, the man in motion. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gambled with a running play. And boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. Mistake there. You can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Throwing now is Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the interception, here's Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go. Set. Delta.
On second down, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now receiver in motion left. They'll run with Hall. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. So now this to get themselves a lead here heading into the break. And this puts them on top. It's 14-13.
Hello?
Seconds all remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Very short kick. It's going to take it. And it is
Hello?
One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Oh, no.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. He's going to look deep for more. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one. And
What the Stop doing that.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Hello? Can you guys hear me? Okay, I've been talking the whole time. Yeah, I don't know why. So I had to leave the party, come back. It's halftime.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half.
I had a pass interference, gave up a field goal. Freaking
and
stupid.
that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Me? Nah. Yeah, that's when I'm jamming him, but I wasn't jamming this guy. Aston Davis does have a pick in this game.
Offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point.
Did you just say he's no Atkins? For Atkins? Dang. Oh, Aston Davis was that dude for you.
To get things going here in the third quarter.
And some room to run now. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 24. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Moore, the man in motion. Hall again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell
what
your
update?
Coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Okay. Oh wow. I'll have to update mine then at some point.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run.
I'm off rest of the week.
About the 10-yard line. It's a first down.
Nice.
A gain of 10. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. A handoff for Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Make it 6.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here. Moore, the man in motion. They'll try and run it here. And he will get in.
Me? Nah. You want Jimmy G out there slanging it.
And the 2-point conversion.
Why? What's he gonna have?
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Crazy. My man, Jimmy G is he's undefeated when he doesn't throw a touchdown pass. Listen, my man, there's no way you can talk me into getting Jimmy G.
Set to begin this drive.
Okay?
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for
you ain't got that kind of money, my boy. I know you don't.
One-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it
Yeah, you
feels
don't
like
got that kind of money.
back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Send it.
Picked off by DJ
Take that. I'll take that Venmo. I'll take a Venmo. I want to see it. I want to see the cash. I gotta get, he's gonna give me 1,000 to get Jimmy. That's what I heard. That's not what he said. I heard him. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. Nah, that's what you're saying now. Are you capping on the stream?
And nothing much materializing there on the first.
Hey, run it. Hey, run the stream back. It's all right, man. Hey, I'm chewing clout. I need this win. Your boy needs to be playoff bound, baby. Hey, beating the Chiefs to make the playoffs with the Jets, that'd be great. Especially since Derek's been here.
So far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace.
Damn, trash?
Sustained runs, taking their time, and
what's he got? Is he a poopy player?
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
You did not. You are correct.
Their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little
4th
bit
and
when
inches.
So
I need to go for it. Actually, I need to just kick this field goal, but I'll waste some time. Let's see. I need to get this guy out of the way.
The slot man in motion right.
Damn.
They'll try and run for it. And they work this near the
that guy's mean. Ew. You'll never see him. Unless you roll out your offense.
About 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Listen, I'm be 100%. I'll be 100% honest with you. 10K and I get my home.
Save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
10K, I'd do it. I can't.
You are watching the NFL on EA
Listen, I
Sports.
played a lot of Madden. Still never played with my homies out here. $5 and I'll find them and punch them.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line.
That's hey, really? Women? We attacking women now? Wow. That is a true statement, buddy.
Now it's Wilson. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Hey, I'm dead. My man said if she's 8 or 88, she can catch me.
Well, Brandon, we can see that play develop.
Not 88. You gonna hit an old woman? That's crazy.
But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL.
I'm a fan of sure.
Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Smells like wet napkins.
From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall.
Aw, man, they called me for holding.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they will make this a 9-point lead. So that's CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter. And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught.
Damn, I'm dumb.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man is outside.
Hit stick.
So just 3 yards on the completion there.
Come on.
It'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. Mahomes to throw once more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion.
Kicking it with the homies. Damn.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That
Get out of there, my boy. It's not where you want to be.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Ooh.
His throw is going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark. And
Saved your bacon.
Interceptions, things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD? That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confidence.
I'm walking here.
The passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
God dang.
It's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go play fake. Mahomes.
Oh! I tried to cover the tight end with the D line, but he got torched.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game.
I think it was a tight end. It was someone. I tried to cover someone with a guy, and it didn't work out.
But it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown.
Hey, what do you mean? That he could be a tight end though.
You're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were.
My boy Everett is a tight end.
Have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown.
Whatever.
It's almost like
Jimmerme.
Doesn't feel right.
exactly.
Jimmerme.
Now after the touchdown,
I heard
here's
he's elite.
Butker on to kick it away.
He was.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Don't know. I don't ask questions that are weird.
Solid return, pretty good.
Yeah, he like went and switched all the numbers.
32.
Big old pass. Everybody gets a cowboy collar, baby.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll go out near midfield. At the
Wow.
too far downfield.
Wow.
Watch out for. That time
Gave me a legal man downfield. That's trash.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing now is Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
66. Go it hard.
In motion goes the tight end. Here we go on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. Here's Hall again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra
wasting clock. 6 seconds. I got a punt. It's 4th and 13.
Trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Punch it right into the end zone. Oh yeah, it should do a sky kick. You're right. You're right.
Here's the Jets.
Good call. I did.
As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Well, needed the dub, got the dub. I'm on the outside looking in. I'm number 8 for the playoffs.
Couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Jets, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now.
Bush said, hey, my boy, I don't know what you're trying to do, but it's a wrap.